on how to have sex during periods. Can you have sex during periods or menses? During your reproductive years, you will have your period roughly once a month, unless you are not comfortable with the idea or it causes you discomfort or pain. There is no reason to avoid having sex during periods. It's usually safe for both partners. Having sex during periods is entirely safe, although it can sometimes get messy. However, like everything else involving the periods, you can do pretty much anything as long as you are prepared. It might be a good idea to tell your partner if you are on your periods to avoid catching them off guard. If you are wearing a tampon, take it out beforehand. To avoid staining your sheets, have a towel ready to lie on. You can even get creative and enjoy some time in the shower together. Keep in mind that you still need to use protection when you are having sex during periods. You are more vulnerable to sexually transmitted infections and pregnancy is still possible. So make sure to use birth control and protect yourself against sexually transmitted infections. Benefits of having sex during periods. Benefit number one is there is a relief from menstrual cramps. Having an orgasm is a great way to get relief from menstrual pain. During an orgasm, the muscles of your uterus contract, bringing some relief from menstrual cramps. What's more is that orgasms release endorphins that make you feel good. Benefit number two is there is less need for lubrication. Introducing lube into a bedroom can result in more pleasurable sex, as many people don't produce sufficient natural lubricant. However, when you have sex during your periods, blood acts as a natural lubricant. The third benefit is there is shorter periods. Having sex can shorten your period. The contracting of the uterus during an orgasm can speed up the shedding of your uterine lining. The fourth benefit is more enjoyable sex. For many people, having sex during their period can be even more pleasurable than at other times of the month. This is because of the changes in your libido that occur throughout your menstrual cycle as a result of hormonal fluctuations. Now let's have a look on the disadvantages of having sex during periods. Number one, it can be messy. There is always a chance that blood will get on you, your partner, and the sheets, especially if you have a heavy flow. What's more, you might find yourself worrying about making a mess, and this can take some of the fun out of sex. The second disadvantage, you have an increased risk of sexually transmitted infections. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, having sex during your period increases your risk of getting or transmitting an STI like HIV. The virus may be present in your period blood. The third disadvantage is it might be smelly. Period blood can often have an unpleasant smell. In the heat of the moment, you and your partner might not be focusing on the smell, but it's good to be prepared. The fourth disadvantage is your positions are limited. You and your partner might not be comfortable with oral sex when you are on your period. Being on top might also be messier thanks to gravity. A great position to try could be lying on your back. Handy tips on how to have sex during periods. If you want to have great sex during your period, follow these helpful tips. Have an open and honest discussion with your partner. Tell your partner how you feel about having sex while on your periods. Ask them how they feel as well. If one of you finds the experience uncomfortable, it's best to wait. Lay a towel on the bed to prevent staining the sheets. Keep wet pipes handy to clean up after sex. Remove your tampon ahead of time if you are using one. Make sure to use protection against STIs and pregnancy. Some positions might be uncomfortable when you have sex during your periods. Try something different and find the most comfortable position for you and your partner. That is the last discussion of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I urge you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video and also share.